Okay, Vasily Lomachenko is willing to fight Gervonta Tank Davis for free. Let me get into this article and read what it says to you. It says, Vasily Lomachenko is in no rush to move up to 140 pounds. But that does not mean the ununified lightweight champion won't make a weight class switch in the near future. Lomachenko revealed Tuesday that he is considering a return to junior lightweight, and he has an opponent in mind. Maybe after 135, I can go down to 130 one more time and try to organize a fight with Gervonta Davis, Lomachenko said after the media workout to promote Friday's title defense against Anthony Crolla at the Staples Center. It's not the first time Lomachenko has pushed for this bout with Davis, the 130-pound WBA champion promoted by Floyd Mayweather. Lomachenko recently said Davis and Mayweather are more interested in money than making compelling bouts. The Ukrainian fighter doubled down on that statement. It's true, Lomachenko said. I can fight with him for free. I don't need the money. I came for my goal. But Davis never stepped in the ring for free. Never. We have different promoters. It's boxing politics. It's boxing business. You all know about this. Bob Arum is like Mayweather. Is also thinking about the money. Arum doesn't view Lomachenko Davis as a pay-per-view bout, and not because his fighter lacks star power. With Gervonta, you got to understand, Loma is a Eastern European, so he looks at guys who are good fighters like the challenges of Gervonta Davis, but the truth is, it's not a pay-per-view fight, Arum said. It wouldn't do the business. Arum said, fights against Mikey Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, the rising prospect, also promoted by Arum, would generate more money for Lomachenko than a bout with Davis. It says something when Arum views Garcia as a better option than Davis for his star boxer. Garcia and Arum had a messy promotional contract dispute that was settled in 2016, so Lomachenko shouldn't hold his breath for a future matchup with Davis. But maybe there's hope for Lomachenko-Garcia unification battle if the WBC champion decides to return to 135 pounds. Garcia moved up welterweight to challenge Errol Spence Jr. in a losing effort last month. Where do we go from here? Arum said. There's Comey, the IBF champion. There might be Mikey Garcia if he stays at 135. We're not going up to 140. And then down the road, there's Teofimo Lopez. Lomachenko is a heavy favorite against Crolla. The lightweight bout will be streamed on ESPN on Friday. I have to say, you guys know me. I love shit like that. You're like, dude, I'll fight you for free. You know, the only problem is you're under a promotional company that only looks at this situation for money. You know, and it's interesting what Lomachenko said, you know, and that's one thing about Lomachenko. I can't speak for recently, but I could say Lomachenko has always carried himself very humbly, and he's always been honest, you know what I'm saying, about where he views himself, and he doesn't try to take undeserved accolades. I've seen Lomachenko shoot down his own praise a few times. So humbleness is in him, and I know collecting belts and goals is in him. And I know he has, for him and his father, what I'm now starting to understand that their boxing goals is personal. You know what I'm saying? It's not defined by what the world says. It's not defined by money. It's not defined by, they just have a dream. You know what I'm saying? He just cares about achieving a dream no matter how it looks to anybody else. I get that. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that about him. You know, but it's something to say when your fighter talks about your own promoter and he says that, you know, Mayweather's about money and so is Bob Arum. You know what I'm saying? In a way, Lomachenko needs a promoter who's going to respect his values and what him and his father value. You know what I'm saying? Bob Arum is strictly all money. For Bob Arum to say that Lomachenko and Tank Davis is not a pay-per-view fight is bullshit. That's straight up bullshit. Now, why he would want to shoot that fight down, I really don't have a good reason, but I have a few ideas. See, sometimes we need to suspend our boxing fan perspective and we need to go to straight business mode. If I was in business and these guys were my fighters and I need these guys to make money, how would I look at it? So in that case, I look at it like this. Bob Arum is looking like Tank Davis is nowhere near his star power that he's going to reach in the future. So if I'm going to make that fight, I'm going to make that fight when Gervonta Davis' star power has risen a little bit higher. Because one thing's for sure, his star power is going to succeed my fighter. Basically, it kind of already has. All right. So if I really wanted to maximize my dollar, it's unfortunate, but I have to do the Al Heyman thing and wait for him to build himself up. Then we can trailer hitch off the clout and off the wave that Gervonta Davis has built up off of himself, because my fighter that I have for 6 years has not even been on pay-per-view. So in a way, I'm dependent on his opponent to take us past the finish line. So right now, maybe I don't want that fight. But then again, he's pushing a Teofimo Lopez. And Teofimo Lopez is just starting out, but he thinks that's a super fight right now. So he believes in that fight. Or maybe it's because that fight is under the same roof. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of scenarios out there, but I don't know. But one thing's for sure, and I say this to Lomachenko and his team, good luck trying to get Tank Davis in the ring. You got to marry a PBC fighter to get them in the ring. Did you get it? You got to marry a PBC fighter to get him in the ring. That's marrying a PBC fighter is the only way you're going to get him in the ring. That's the only ring you're going to get him in. So don't waste your time on that. And as far as Lomachenko going up to 140, talking about he wants to come back down to 130, they want to come back down to 130 anyway. Lomachenko don't want to go up to 140. Bob Arum doesn't want to go up to 140. So 140 is out of the question. So I think it's good that he brung up Gervonta Davis to try to justify going back down to 130. But let's just be honest here. Lomo don't want 140. His team don't want 140. His dad don't want 140. They want to go back down. And you know what? Go back down, man. You know, because if you're having all these problems and if your main issue is going to be wait, just go back down and just rule where you're good at your weight class or whatever. The only problem is there's no names down there for you to build yourself off of. But him and his team and his fan base claim that they don't care about that. So they should just be satisfied with how Lomachenko's career ends. So after he unifies, or if he unifies, or if he fights Teofimo Lopez, or if he doesn't, you have to understand that this kid is only waiting a year. So that's why he's been pushing the fight. I understand why he's pushing so aggressively, because he said, dude, after this year, I'm gone. You know, so I understand the reason for it. But, you know, if you want to go back down, man, just go ahead and just go back down. Because, you know, like they always say, if a boxer is thinking about retirement or talking about retirement, they should retire. And Lomachenko has already brought up that he's ready to retire. I did a video on it. So I don't know, but I know that I like that kind of attitude. And he's saying I'll fight your fighter for free. But the only problem is your promoter is Bob Arum, and that shit ain't happening. And him saying that him and Tank and Lomachenko is not a super fight, that's bullshit. It just probably won't get as much money, or Bob Arum just want to keep it all in-house. I don't know. Leave your thoughts in the comment section and let me know what you think. Bruce Vane, I'm out.